Hi everyone, hope you guys are okay. Coming up on another vinyl haul video. Yeah, I'm reviewing the purchases I made this month, so which I already done. If you watch my channel, as I posted a couple of weeks ago, a video after the trip I took to the boutique clearance sales here in Montreal. Yeah, I was lucky I could find some really nice stuff for a very little amount of money, so $2 record. And yeah, but in parallel, I also placed some purchases, made some purchase online, and yeah, I went to various different places, so stores over here in Montreal. But yeah, I'm just starting with a shout out. This video is dedicated to my friend Steve. We're really happy to have Steve back in the VC. It's like he never took his break. His new channel called A for Alice, B for Bob, C is for I don't know. But really glad. Last Sunday, he came back with his vinyl Sunday vinyl confessions with Marsha P, with Trevor, Flat Round and Sponge. Yeah, it was really cool. We're so glad to have Steve back. So yeah, go and support Steve's channel, which is a perfect transition since the first record I'm gonna show is a one. We were having last year something, a prog stream, organized on Steve's channel, the previous one, and we were talking about progressive rock, prog rock in general, and at the time he recommended to me an album or a band I've never heard of, and this is this one which I finally found my copy. This is a progressive rock from not from the UK for once, from the US, so American prog band from the mid-70s, released in 1975. So much more different from the stuff I usually talk to on this channel. It has not this keyboard. It's not like massively keyboard orientated. These ones. It's more like this typical hard rock, mid-70s, like well structured with tight harmonies in a way, a la Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, my opinion. And it reminds me a bit of Wishbone Ash, the Argus era. So really cool to have found this copy. This is a Canadian press, an OG, Crack the Sky. So yeah, American progressive music. And yeah, as for the next up, it's no surprise, as you watch my channel, I often mention I'm reading a book currently, Electric Eden, recommended to be my friend Fred Big Star 1000, which is all about the renewal or the revival of the British folk scene. And I know Mike, Vinyl Spiral, you got yourself a copy of this book as well. So yeah, as I'm reading a book, I'm like learning lots of, it's loaded with loads of references. And it's no surprise that the very first album LP I bought upon reading the first chapters is this one. And this is simply, without exaggerating, this is probably the most beautiful music I've heard so far in 2025. This is a milestone, released in 1964, so pivotal year. So yeah, we often talk about Pentangle, Fairport Convention, but those two people, first of all, who are they? Shirley Collins, Davy Graham. Davy Graham was so important back then, the way he tuned his guitar, his trips to Morocco, his influence he brought to the English folk table. He's also the one who, when Paul Simon and Bob Dylan, they took their trips to the UK to grasp a little bit more of the English folk. This is the guy they went to look for. He and Martin Carthy as well. Shirley Collins, beautiful voice. She's still active, by the way. She had took several trips to the US, also actually the almost the same places Cecil Sharp, went, I think 50 or 60 years prior to collect, these traditional folk songs. And this is what they brilliantly do on this record, like mixing influences, doing something astonishingly beautiful. I have no words. Traditional songs, Northern Moon Town. It's with folk. It's simple. It's like guitar, voice. Sometimes you have instrumental parts that has really like in this Oriental flair. I think sometimes it's banjo, sometimes it's her voice alone. It's simply beautiful. I don't need anything else. To listen to. This is not an OG press I got, but who cares? I was lucky I could find this copy on this 4-man beard, you know, that has specialized in the reissue stuff. Sounds good. So yeah, folk roots, new roots, a milestone. I wouldn't say this is a must-have. This is a record that you need to must-have. No, but it's not bad. You know, when you have your certain interest for this folk, you know, movement, to start with such kind of stuff, such a pleasant, such a beautiful record. So I know this is a typically, you know, when we are showing 5-6 records in a video, you won't be able, and I know you won't check it out all the 6, but if you only have to listen to one record, do me a favor, try this one. Next one is something really different. We are now in the US. We are now in the mid 90s. Yeah, with a good surprise. So here, way different. As I said, this is a post-hardcore punk rock, the band Fugazi. This is their 3rd album, released in 1993 something. And yeah, it's like chaotic, lots of violence, but well structured. You know, as a prog guy, yeah, it's a good surprise that you feel this after chaotic violence, you know, energy, rawness of the punk. But yeah, it's surprisingly like well structured. They are really good musicians, Fugazi, and I even have another Fugazi album. This is their 5th album. This one released in 1998. This one sounds a little bit more garage on side 1, and yeah, side 2 like very structured. You know, you have like lots of musicianship ahoy on board. Fugazi and hits, and so yeah, this one. So this is 98, and this one I'm on the Kill Taker. This is 93. So Fugazi. And finishing off with 2 other stuff, yeah, a comp, you know, yeah, came upon, you know, they were like sales on the, it's like Barnes and Noble, you know, almost equivalent here in Quebec, Archambault. Yeah, they had some records on sale, so I just took the opportunity to grab a copy of this comp. You know, we have this discussion with Nadine, soul and disco. You know, she's very into soul and disco. She named her channel after her both genre, you know, she's really into. And yeah, this is a comp, you know, like not under the radar label, so like Jerez aware. And you know, you had our artists like Dorothy Norwood, Lee Brackett, for instance, King Hannibal, Joe Grabham. I think those were like, they were this movement, you know, soul, don't even the name in the UK. Those were typically the stuff, I think, yeah, that has some success, not as major, not as big as, you know, the big names of Stax and Motown, but it's still good. And last but not least, an album from this guy, and yeah, he passed away. I think this was released right after he passed away. Was born in Algeria, grew up in France, not too far from the place where I come from, by the way. Yeah, he spent some time in Alsace, and yeah, it's a very like blues, you know, fan, like really freak about Bob Dylan stuff, and also yeah, putting lots of Oriental, Moroccan, so Rai music in influence in his music. And yeah, just if you never heard of this artist, he made once, he covered the song Rock the Casbah with the actual guitar player from The Clash. Yeah, they made a cover version, like really like Oriental, crazy. Go check it out. And so yeah, as I said, last album he made, released after his death, so 2019. And yeah, this is, as I said, lots of Oriental stuff, but also invited some musicians from Mali, so you had like yeah, different aspects from not only from the North American music, but also from the yeah, from Mali, as I said, from some Afrobeat stuff, Zouk almost, I would say. And on side 2 is a little bit more pop blues stuff, you know, very easily listening to, and just fun, you know. He made a song about, you know, the pop art, you know, the factory, but it's not called Andy Warhol, it's called Andy Walou. Walou means nada, nothing in Arabic. So yeah, pleasant discovery. So yeah, this is it. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for next chapter. Bye bye.